Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. Let's go back to 1979. Right here we've got a Pontiac Trans Am with 3,700 actual miles on the car. Two-owner car. It's all original with some paint enhancements. Let's call them that. This would be what you would have done back then. You would have had it pinstriped, airbrushed bird on the hood. How cool were you if you did that? And then it has some little bit darker highlights airbrushed in areas. But other than that, it's actually the original paint job. The interior is pristine, like brand new original. So anyway, go to volocars.com. That's where you can take your time looking at all the pictures and read the description. And you'll find a price tag on every one of our cars for sale, along with a monthly finance option as well at volocars.com. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell icon. You'll be notified as the new ones are posted. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Well, the gentleman I bought it from was at an estate sale about 10 years ago, and there's this car covered up in the garage with some blankets on it, and that caught his eye, and it was this car right here. So he bought it from the original owner. And then he hardly put any miles on it. He drove it home, drove it over to his son's house to show him, and pretty much it's been sitting. I don't think he put a couple hundred miles on it while he owned it. Underneath the car is just very good survivor condition. Don't expect it to be painted and glossy and detailed. It's original under there. But I can tell you the metal has this much rust, none. The floors, the braces, the rockers, the pinch welds, behind the rear tires, the plastic drain plugs, all of that is there. The metal under there is pristine. It was Z-barded back in the day, the rust protection. That's what's sprayed on the floors. This has the special handling package, which is a little upgraded suspension, but it has disc brakes at all four wheels. It has its original exhaust system on it. Catalytic converter, does have some rust holes in it. The converter should be replaced. It's still quiet, it sounds fine. But the actual mufflers, they're GM original mufflers, and then it has the chrome splitter tips coming out the back, which I've always been a big fan of those. Looking up at the motor, it's original. It's not caked with grease. It's original, never been spray canned over. It's the original transmission. Pretty sure there's Turbo 400 in these back then, but it's the original trans. Original rear end in the back, posi, limited slip. So yeah, underneath the car, very good original. I think the shocks might have been replaced. The body's in excellent condition, no rust or damage. The shaker hood is not drilled or cut. It's just the way that it would have came. And actually, there's a screen wire mesh there, so they did put that in because these were solid in '79. We did a really nice job cutting it. It looks like a factory job, but I'm 99% sure that would not have been functional in '79. No damage on the roof, no damage, no rust, no damage. All this is in really good shape. I'm looking at the body. This doesn't fit perfectly. They're rubber. It's just kind of the way they were. No rust or damage. There's one kind of like a door dent right here. The paint's not damaged, but there is a dimple. Slight one under here, real mild one. The rest of this is straight. No rust, no damage. Power antenna. So it is the original heritage brown color. Paint by Zinda, 1981. This was airbrushed on there. They did a good job. And then you got all the custom pinstripe. Now, they took the airbrush gun and they highlighted some dark areas, and that is crackling, it appears. The actual paint on the car, the GM paint, is fine, but there is some crackling on the bumpers where they sprayed it and on the back. Now they've also added, they put these behind the tires. Normally they're just in front, so they also put them behind. Someone added those to keep the rock chips off. Sport mirrors, side moldings. Has the exterior trim group. All this was optional. The rubber's still soft. Windshield's crystal clear. When I talk about the brown highlights, you can just kind of see where it's like brown around here, brown around the edge of the mirror. They just take a little airbrush just to highlight the curves. So the rear spoiler is a little fuzzy. This bumper, I guess it comes down to the bumpers. There's cracking on the bumpers and actually peeling off, and you can see the original Heritage brown underneath the brown highlights. And this is the worst of it right here. This, the brown highlights is cracked and kind of flaking off a little bit. But the factory paint is excellent. No issues. Yeah, it really comes down to the bumpers and that rear spoiler is the areas that are cracking. There's no cracking on the body anywhere. So the wheels, oh, my favorite part. When you got the handling package, you got the 8-inch wide wheels. They have this lip. All the other ones are flush. This is the wider wheel. I love these wheels. These look like they were just taken out of a box yesterday. They are pristine condition. These are the original Goodyear polysteel tires. Original tires and wheels. They are pristine on this car. Okay, now let's open it up, show you the inside. I always love this tail light. It's very stealth. You just see these louvers, like, where's the lights? And actually, where do we get into the trunk? There you go. So, under the trunk lid, this is all original paint, stickers in excellent shape. These are plugs from when they rust-proofed it. They stick the wand in there and spray the coating. It does have a trunk light, has a power trunk release. Now, someone must have made this carpet mat and the Thunderbird, or Firebird, sorry, logo. It needs to be glued up here. So this whole thing has got a carpet liner someone made. That would not have been factory. But underneath it is the original collapsible spare. Never been used. The jack's never been used. And the actual jack itself is stored up there. It doesn't look like it's ever been out of the car. So very clean trunk compartment. You can see the metal is pristine under this carpet. I apologize, it's not vacuumed. I just opened it up and seen that. It also has the front license plate brackets, never been used. Door jambs are original paint and like brand new. The weather strips are original and excellent. Now this is where we're going back in time. This is 1979 and it is like brand new. Look at that door panel, the trim, window cranks. Look at this dash area. Look at this machine turned metal trim. It's pristine. The knobs, the vents. 3,796 miles. Heater controls pristine. Cigarette lighter might have been used a couple of times. Factory AM/FM cassette. That was a big deal back then. Ashtrays never been used. Glove box. There's the power trunk release. This is mint. The kick panels. Console. There's no cigarette burns. The bezel. The knob is not worn. The Formula steering wheel. Pristine condition. The cushions, all nice and firm. The upholstery is like brand new. And you know what's really cool? You can reach your hand under there. There's a piece of paper in the seat springs. That's the original build sheet. It's still in the seat of this car. I was going to take it out. I thought it was cool to leave it in there because we have the original invoice, so you don't really need the build sheet. But it's nice to know that it's there. Back seat, side panels. The rear speaker shelf, all that's just pristine. Headliner's pristine. Dome light works. Visor's a little baggy. But yeah, this interior is about as new as you will find on any 1979 car. love those wheels, one of my favorites. So the motor is the 403 Oldsmobile motors. That's what they used in the automatic cars. And it's all complete. It has the full shaker hood assembly and the snorkel tubes and all of that is there. Alternator looks new. The rest of it just looks very good, original. And part of that Z-Bart or rust package was the undercoat they sprayed around the inner fenders. So it got the big overflow bottle, the shroud, valve covers, all that is all stock. So it has paper tags from the factory. Just noticing the pinstripe on the trunk here actually goes down into the trunk jamb right there. So you got a time capsule. In a lot of ways it's close to brand new. A few imperfections in the paint, but this is a 1979 with 3,700 miles. Where are you going to find one like that? And we're not asking an arm and a leg for it either. So buy yourself a bit of nostalgia right here. You go to volocars.com. That's where you can talk to the salesman. I just gave you my impression of the car. They can help answer questions. We also have a copy of the original window sticker posted online too, so you can see the options that it was born with. They can help get this delivered. They can help you finance it if you go to volocars.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on that bell icon so you can be notified as the new ones are posted. Thanks for watching.